They lied to us? That's what fans are asking after months of complete silence from Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, two of Korea's brightest stars who seem to vanish from the public eye without warning. But before we reveal the truth behind their mysterious absence, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another update about the stars you love. For months, fans have been puzzled. Lee Min-ho, usually active on social media, suddenly stopped posting. Kim Go-eun, known for her regular brand updates and behind-the-scenes content, also went quiet. No interviews, no sightings, and no engagement with fans. People speculated everything from secret overseas schedules to personal health concerns. But as time passed and not even their agencies provided meaningful updates, fans began to worry. And some even felt betrayed. What could be so serious that two of the most beloved celebrities in Asia would go completely off the grid? The rumors started to swell. Were they filming a secret project? Were they taking a break? Or, more dramatically, was something wrong in their personal lives? Neither star offered a hint. No interviews. No statements. No sightings at events. For the first time in years, there was nothing but radio silence. Then came the first clue. A cryptic photo posted and deleted within minutes. An image of a sunset with two silhouettes, posted from an unverified account that fans now believe belongs to Kim Go-eun. The image was gone quickly, but screenshots spread fast. The caption read, "Sometimes you need to disappear to protect what matters." It was vague yet telling. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Just days later, a close source leaked what seemed to be an innocent photo of the two stars at an airport, dressed down, wearing hats, trying to go unnoticed. The problem? They were in Europe, together. Not for a shoot, not for work, but for something entirely personal. Suddenly, all the silence made sense. According to people close to the couple, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun were not only avoiding the spotlight, they were protecting their private time together. After years of juggling careers, public expectations, and endless speculation about the true nature of their relationship, they made a bold decision: to disappear together. Yes, they lied, or at least their agencies did. While fans were told they were focusing on individual projects, taking rest, or traveling separately for personal reasons, the truth is they were traveling together. Exploring cities where no one knew their names, walking hand in hand down quiet European streets, dining in small local restaurants, living not as superstars but as two people in love. And to make it even more shocking, sources say this wasn't just a getaway, it was a decision. A test of what it meant to live life without constantly being watched. A way for them to decide if their relationship could exist outside the constraints of stardom. Could they really be just Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, not the on-screen couple fans projected so much onto? For months, they succeeded. They visited Italy, France, and even spent time in rural parts of Switzerland. No red carpets, no handlers, no photo shoots. Just the two of them, disconnected from the chaos of their industry and reconnected to each other. Their inner circle helped them stay hidden. Phones were off. Assistants were sworn to secrecy. Even their closest friends avoided mentioning them on social media. It was all part of an elaborate effort to preserve their space. But the deeper reason was even more heartfelt. They weren't just protecting their relationship from the public. They were trying to decide its future. After years of being linked, working together, denying romance rumors, and then letting the silence do the talking, they were finally at a crossroads. Was this something worth building beyond fleeting moments and drama sets? According to people close to them, it was during this time, this self-imposed exile, that everything changed. They talked about the future, about marriage, about whether they could really sustain a relationship in a world that wouldn't stop asking questions. And most surprisingly, they considered the idea of leaving the industry together. Sources claim they seriously discussed stepping back from acting to live a quieter life, perhaps abroad. Not permanently, but long enough to breathe. Long enough to live life on their own terms. And though the idea shocked even their closest team members, it showed just how deeply they were thinking. All of this explains the silence, but it doesn't explain the lie. Why not just tell fans the truth? Why not share that they were taking a well-deserved break as a couple? The answer is layered in fear and protection. They've both been burned by public scrutiny before. Every relationship rumor becomes a headline. Every interaction is dissected. They knew that if the truth came out too soon, it would destroy the fragile bubble they had created. The lie was a shield, a way to preserve the only thing they hadn't yet shared with the world, their peace. But eventually all secrets come to light. And now that fans know the real reason behind their silence, reactions have been mixed. Some feel hurt. They invested their support, their time, and their love into two stars who seem to vanish without a word. Others feel admiration. That Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun had the courage to choose each other over the constant demands of fame. As the news continues to ripple across the internet, the couple's agencies have begun softening their stance. While still avoiding direct confirmation of their relationship, their tone has changed. Instead of denying every report, they're asking for understanding. Please respect their personal time, one statement read. Another simply said, they are currently prioritizing their health and well-being. Fans who once asked, where are they, are now asking, what comes next? Will they return to acting soon? Will they finally confirm their relationship? Or will they retreat again, this time permanently? One thing is certain, the silence was not accidental. It was chosen, and it wasn't just about love, it was about survival. The survival of two people who've spent more than a decade under the spotlight, and who finally found something more important than the roles they play, each other. Interestingly, despite everything, neither has tried to do damage control. They haven't rushed to release a joint statement. They haven't posted staged photos to fix their image. They are, in a way, continuing to speak through their silence. And perhaps that's the most powerful thing they can do. They're telling the world, we don't owe you every detail. Not every love story has to be performed for the camera. Some are written quietly, in private journals, on handwritten notes left in hotel rooms, and in late-night conversations when no one else is listening. For the fans, this revelation may feel bittersweet. But it's also a reminder that behind the stardom, there are real people. People who fall in love. People who get tired. People who just want a moment of peace in a world that constantly demands their attention. So were we lied to? Technically, yes. But maybe, just maybe, it was a necessary lie. A lie that allowed something real to grow away from flashing lights and tabloid headlines. And now, as the truth begins to surface, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun stand not as characters in a drama, but as two individuals who chose each other when no one was watching. Would you like a continuation exploring their possible comeback announcement or first public appearance as a couple? Let me know, and I'll write it right away.
And just when fans were still processing the emotional impact of their quiet retreat, something unexpected happened. A single photo, authentic and untouched, was leaked. Not by a tabloid, not by a stalker, but by someone inside a luxury resort in Bali. It showed Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun sitting poolside, with no disguises, no guards, and no cameras around. They weren't hiding anymore. They were smiling, holding hands, laughing like people who had made peace with whatever came next. Within minutes, the internet erupted. It's real.